Naftali Bennett is an Israeli Minister for Economy and the leader of the Jewish Home Party. He joins us now from Tel Aviv. Thank you very much for being with us. So we have this new president in Iran. He appears to be reaching out to the West. He wants to restart the talks on the nuclear program. He has called for moderation. Surely this is an opportunity, do you think, as a chance for some real change?
Well, soft words in New York don't stop centrifuges in Natanz. Rouhani is using a very smart tactic of using soft and warm and fuzzy rhetoric to cover very violent actions right now. Ever since he's been elected, let's see what he's done, not what he's said. He's installed over 1,000 new centrifuges in Natanz of the most advanced type. He's continuing working on the heavy water facility. He's not letting the UN inspectors go to Parchin where they're developing the weapon itself. So what we don't need is words, what we need is actions, as President Obama said correctly. We don't need a smile and enrich tactic. And this is something that Iran's been doing for many years. So the West has to focus on what he does, not what he says.
Okay, so President Rouhani, though, just to clarify, has said that nuclear weapons have absolutely no place in Iran's security and defense doctrine. We are now seeing John Kerry meeting with Iran's foreign minister at the UN. The US and Iran clearly are seeing a window here, which they are grabbing hold of. What is your reaction to the fact that this diplomatic process is actually progressing?
We'd love a diplomatic resolution to this problem. But if we really want it to happen, there needs to be tightening of the sanctions and a credible and plausible threat. Otherwise, Iran won't do a thing. I mean, they've been experts at this. In fact, Rouhani himself said already that he used these sort of tactics a few years back in order to complete a facility in Isfahan, to talk softly, to buy time, while you build the facility and build a nuclear weapon. So that what needs to happen on ground is the following: immediate cessation of enrichment of uranium. You have to take out of Iran the uranium material that already exists and take apart the machines that generate those materials, and at the same time stop the nuclear, the heavy water reactor. When we see those actions, we know that mission has been accomplished and there won't be any need for military action or anything of that sort.
Given, though, that we are seeing this process taking place that is happening perhaps without your government's approval between America and Iran, what can Israel now do to influence that process that's happening between Rouhani, his foreign minister, and John Kerry, say?
Well, I think we're doing this right now. Focus the attention on actions. You know, Teddy Roosevelt once said, carry a large stick and speak softly. It's okay to speak. In fact, it's good. We'd love this to be resolved without any military action. However, you and I, and probably everyone knows that Iran has a modus operandi of soft talk while they sneakily produce nuclear weapons. We have to put a stop to it and focus on them dismantling the uranium enrichment.
Yeah, so what hard actions can Israel take?
Well, I think the best outcome is for the West and the international community to increase the pressure on Iran with paralyzing sanctions, I might say, because that's what brought Iran to the table to begin with. Without those sanctions, they wouldn't come to the table. But if we want them to follow through on this, we need to press up that pressure. Otherwise, he's just going to continue dancing with these beautiful, warm words while he only accelerates the acquisition of a nuclear weapon.
Do you know between Israel and Iran changing? Because under Netanyahu, he was very much a poster boy in Israel for everything that was sinister about Iran. There is this new president now. He does appear to be more moderate. Will there be any reaching out from Israel to him?
Look, you know, we have nothing against the Iranian people. I think they're wonderful people. The issue is with the regime and the laser focus of creating a nuclear bomb. You know, they've invested billions and billions of dollars to acquire nuclear weapons. The UN inspectors themselves talk about weapon dimensions to the nuclear activity. So, you know, you don't play with a neutron igniter in order to make popcorn. You do it in order to ignite a nuclear bomb. So let's not lie to ourselves. Been fooled many times by Iran. We cannot be fooled again. America and the world need to increase the pressure on Iran to get it to dismantle its nuclear program.
Okay, if America and the world should be involved in that, but you say Israel is also interested in a peaceful solution, surely it is the place of the Israeli government, of Benjamin Netanyahu, to also reach out to Iran.
Well, I mean, right now there is dialogue going on between, the West and Iran. We'll let them do the job. The nuclear weapon, I have to point out, is not a threat only to Tel Aviv, but also to London, Madrid, and Rome. I mean, the missiles in Iran reach all of the capitals of Europe.
Okay,
so we have no desire to lead this effort. It's your interest as much as ours. The
Naftali,
children in London
Bennett, I'm afraid we have to leave it there.
Thank
Thank you for joining us for Tel Aviv.